What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 15 of the Good Point Bro podcast. My name is Caden. This is my brother Cameron.
You're getting really good at that, vlog voice. What is up, YouTube?
What is up, guys? Welcome to episode number 15 of the Good Point Bro podcast. My name is Caden. This is my brother Cameron. We know you're going to love today's episode, so please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.
Ding.
We're going to go ahead and get right into it today. First off, starting in the NBA. I accidentally went to TikTok. I was trying to go to my notes. Starting in the NBA. We're going to start with our dark horse MVP picks. And if you don't mind, Cameron, I'm going to go and start with mine.
All right.
I'm interested to hear your reaction. For those who don't know, there's one player in NBA history to average over 25 with a 60% player efficiency rating, and his name is Zion Williamson. I think Zion Williamson is going to play a full year this year. I think he's going to continue that trend. He's going to average over 25 points per game. He's going to lead his team to probably a 5 through 8 seed, but it won't matter because he's going to be the first player ever with a full season of a 25 points with over a 60% efficiency rating. And the young buck will get his first MVP.
I like that pick, but what I don't like is that they will be a 5 to 8 seed. And historically in the NBA, you have to be a top 4 seed to get the MVP. That's just how it works.
Russell Westbrook.
He was the 4 seed with the Thunder. He was the 4 seed with the Thunder. The 4 or 5 seed with the Thunder.
Pelicans could get to 4, but I'm pretty sure that
no shot they get to the 4 seed.
I'm pretty sure the Thunder were 5.
Yeah, they were 5 seed. They were 5 seed. Maybe the Pelicans get to a 5th seed. They'd
Brandon
have to have
Ingram,
a fantastic year.
Josh
They'd have
Hart.
to have a fantastic year. It's probably not going to happen.
They got some dogs.
No, they got a squad, but man, everybody's got a squad in the
It's
West and the
getting
East.
spicy in the NBA right now,
it's
bro. It's getting nasty over there.
But I like the pick, but my dark horse is Donovan Mitchell because I think I think the Cavs have a stupid complete roster, maybe the most complete roster in the NBA. Like they have
over
Kevin
the Nets.
Love. Kevin Love is like their 7th or 8th guy.
He would be a lot of places now.
No, but I'm just saying like that their roster is so complete. Like they have a good amount of big guys, good amount of guards. They're gonna have one of the best backcourts in the NBA. I think if they can get to a 3 seed and Donovan averages like 26, 27 and just goes off this year, I think that he can win MVP.
Yeah, he could. You don't think that he'll lose some overall
Touches and stuff?
Yeah, because they have 2 small guards both handle the ball.
I think Donovan is one of the best catch and shoot guys in the NBA, surprisingly. So I think that Darius Garland will open up stuff for him.
Yeah, that could be.
And make him even better than he was on the
Is there a catch and shoot guy that's won MVP?
Well, he's gonna still have the ball, but I guess. I mean, Steph is a catch and shoot, pull up, anything. That's kind of what Donovan Mitchell is, but he also can catch and shoot, so he can play off ball, and that's gonna help him.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna help him. If we've seen anything before, it's that every superstar needs players that can play off ball.
He's gonna be more of a true shooting guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like not a point guard like he was on the Jazz. So he'll probably score more, I think.
All right, we're gonna go into college football a little bit, and then we'll work our way into the NFL. You're gonna want to stay tuned for that. You're going to want to stay tuned for the NFL.
Yep.
I just highlighted a couple games that we're going to focus on in college football, not necessarily like overall stories. The first of those 2 big SEC matchups this week. The first one's going to be Arkansas and Texas A&M. Arkansas has obviously worked their way into being a, top 15 team. Maybe top 10 for some people. I would have had them top 10 prior to this last week. You can't struggle with Missouri State that long. Like, I think they scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to end up making it like 11-point game or something. They were losing in the fourth quarter to Missouri State. So maybe Missouri State's good. I don't know. But they're not good enough to be a top 10 team in the fourth. So, but anyway, Arkansas A&M. I think A&M did beat Miami last week, so that gives them some credibility after losing to Appalachian State, I guess. But yeah, so that's really a coin toss for me now, especially since Texas A&M starting that backup QB. Which I don't know how you watch the guy that started the season and think he's better in any way, but for some reason they did, and it cost them a game. I don't think the other guy's special either, but at least he's better. Like, anybody's better.
Is it at Texas A&M? I believe it is, I think.
I put it as versus Texas A&M, so that would make me think that
that's
huge.
Home. That's huge. Whoever's home, because that's such a coin toss game. Because I'm not gonna say I would think Arkansas would win that game just because they have, the better quarterback, better offense, and their defense is not as good as A&M's. But I think that They don't have to have a great defense to stop Texas A&M's
Yeah, it's at
offense 'cause
A&M.
it's so-
That's a big deal. The 12th
Yeah.
man.
But I think that A&M's offense is so bad that you don't even have to have a great defense to stop them. And I feel like
Yeah.
Arkansas would just outscore them. And
Yeah.
KJ Jefferson's a really good quarterback, and they have
Yeah.
a pretty good offense.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Not necessarily play style, but just like how he's viewed in the SEC is Dak Prescott.
How come?
He isn't any like he does everything good. He's really good at everything.
He can
And
run, though.
He's not someone that like Dak when he was in the SEC. Dak, a lot of people had him as the number one QB in the SEC, but that was by default. The QBs in the SEC were terrible at the time.
Yep.
So it wasn't because he was like great. But if Dak played right now, I think they would be very similar. Like he's kind of overshadowed a little bit. I could see him. He's very projectable. He's a big frame. He has a good arm. He has mobility. I could definitely see him going like 4th round somewhere, and then all of a sudden he starts just like Dak. I could definitely.
I see
something
him
like that.
as his build and like how he plays a little bit like Josh Allen. Because of how he has a crazy big arm, huge, can run. Like he's not Josh
I see what you're
Allen.
saying. Like if Josh Allen was a 10 out of 10, he would be like a 7.
Yeah, but Josh Allen
be a
had
step
to
down
Yeah,
in
but
every
Josh
way.
Allen had to develop to get to where he is right now. So who's saying that? Not saying he's gonna be Josh Allen, but he could definitely develop because of his intangibles are so good.
Yeah, so I like Arkansas in that game. CBS likes them to cover the spread. So if you're a bettor,
What's the spread?
Adam, I didn't get anything on college football from you, my man. Which congrats to Adam. He won another one. Which one? What did he win? He won another game, which was cool. I have his name in my phone as Boss Master Fresh because he started this brand. Shout out Boss Master Fresh. He started this brand Boss Master Fresh when dang, how many times am I gonna say that? Like 4 years ago when I was in high school.
What is it for? Like a cologne?
Clothes.
Oh,
That
it's
was
actually real.
Yeah, it was clothes, and they would say Boss Master Fresh.
Oh,
No
so it's like
space.
his merch.
Yeah,
That's funny.
dude. If we ever make merch, we'll do a Boss Master Fresh. Good point, bro. Collab.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be hilarious. But yeah, so they have them covering the spread. Another team they have covering the spread is Tennessee. Another big game for them as well. Tennessee's gonna play Florida. I see them covering the spread. I don't think that game's gonna be necessarily close.
You don't think Florida can compete with Tennessee?
I think Tennessee's better than Kentucky.
I think that game's going to come down to the wire.
It could. I mean,
Tennessee and Florida.
Florida
I think all
turns
those SEC teams are just packed in the middle, and then it's Alabama, Georgia. I don't see like a lot of separation between any of those teams. I feel like
there's
every game
definitely
is gonna be a
tiers in the
battle.
SEC because there's some teams that are like Auburn's not there,
Yeah, I'm talking about the East teams. I'm talking about Tennessee,
and Arkansas.
Arkansas is SC West, I think.
No, they are, but I'm saying they're in that group.
Yeah. Like Arkansas, Tennessee, Florida, Kentucky. Maybe Kentucky is separating themselves a little bit, I think. I think Kentucky's the best out of them.
I think LSU can get there.
Yeah, LSU.
I know they
can
had a
get
slow
there.
start, but Brian Kelly, I think they're working through that
They'll
offense
figure
a
it
little
out,
bit.
and they'll be on like a Florida level.
I think
But
so.
I think maybe Kentucky separate themselves a little bit from that group. But I think every
Tennessee
game's going to
can.
be a battle.
I think
feel
Tennessee
like.
can. I think the FBI has Tennessee at number 4 in the country.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Tennessee. I think. Shout out Sam. I think Tennessee's gonna be legit. And then the last game I wrote down was Texas Tech, and that's just because I want to see Texas become the second best team in the country, so that Alabama can look good for winning that game.
I think they have a chance to win the Big 12.
But that's a big game for them. I think they're favored by a couple. Not much, but I think if they can blow them out or something, that would look really good for my bias, Alabama.
Well, I think that it's going to be between them and Oklahoma for the Big 12. I mean, Texas has dudes, man.
Oklahoma State is right there.
Yeah. Baylor's not.
Baylor's not there this year for sure. But yeah, between those three, I don't necessarily see Oklahoma being that great.
No, neither.
In all honesty, but I think how quickly USC turned it around shows you how good of a coach Lincoln Riley actually is. As much as I hate to say it,
Why do you hate to say it? He's been a good coach. Everybody loves him.
I know, but he's not just like he's a legit coach.
Yeah.
Like he is legit.
He's legit.
Um,
Look who he had. He almost beat Georgia in the 2018 college football playoff. Remember they lost in overtime with Baker Mayfield. They were about to go to the championship.
But that was his. I'm saying he doesn't even have his recruits. I mean, Caleb Williams transferred, but these are just dogs that he already had that were already there.
All right, but if USC plays like Bama or Georgia,
Oh, they're getting smacked, but
Yeah.
but to take USC, who should be a great team,
no, they will. They got a bright future with him for sure.
And I'm saying they could. There's a good chance without his recruits that he could win the Pac-12.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he will. And if they do, then they'll get in the college football playoff. They go undefeated. I think if they have one loss, it's not going to happen because of the lack
They
of
gotta
competition.
get. Where are they trying to go? They're trying to go to the Big Ten.
Yeah, they will. They're about to. It's like
It's literally going to be like East-West, but it's going to be SEC Big Ten.
yeah, but the SEC still whoops them. I think the playoff is going to be Michigan, Ohio State, Bama, Georgia this year, because I think
you keep saying that.
because I think Michigan, Ohio State will be undefeated when they play each other. The one team will lose. That team will win the Big 12 that won the game.
Big Ten.
Or the Big 10, and then that team that lost will get in, and then the same thing with Bama, Georgia. They'll both be undefeated. Bama or Georgia will lose, and the SEC championship, and then they will get in.
Here's a scenario for you. They do play and have one loss, but they get destroyed, demolished,
like
60-7.
That's not gonna happen.
But that's what happens. I'm saying, do they still go with one loss?
I have no clue.
I'd say probably not.
I just think that's such a low probability that one of them gets beat 60-7.
Ohio State got beat pretty handedly last year.
Like by 2 touchdowns. That's not 60-7.
They were if you watch the game.
Yeah,
it was
Michigan
never close.
controlled the game, but that's not 60-7. That's dumb.
I don't know, man. You never know.
That is not 60-7.
But both of them, I feel like, if one of them was to win 60-7, who would you pick?
Between Michigan and Ohio State? Oh, Michigan.
You're crazy.
No, I think that.
They're not. Ohio State's scoring more than 7. See, they're scoring. CJ Stroud's scoring more.
Okay,
than 7
but you don't
points.
think McCarthy and them are scoring more than 7?
I think they're more likely to
no,
than CJ Stroud.
I think Michigan's right there, if not better than Ohio State. I think Michigan.
I do too. I'm saying, but if you had to choose which one, I would say
I think
Michigan's more likely to score 7.
Ohio State's so overrated as they are every year.
They've won one title in my lifetime.
Yeah, they're so
2014.
overrated.
They might have won
And they
early
had a
2000s.
freaking
I don't remember
generational
it.
college running back, and Cardell Jones play out of
all
his
the
mind.
time. They had their third string.
Yeah,
What
Cardell
were the
Jones
odds,
play
bro?
out of
And they all went to the draft and none of them play.
Well, Zeke was drafted second.
No, I'm talking about like those QBs.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
QB went to the draft except I think
JT
Braxton Miller
Barrett,
came back.
Cardell. All of
I don't know if you remember Braxton Miller.
Yeah, I do. He was such a high prospect.
Yeah.
He turned into a receiver. You don't remember that?
Yeah, well, he came back. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, as a receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, now that I think about it, I think Cardell Jones is the only one that went to the draft.
Yeah,
he
he
only
went
played
straight from
2
the draft.
games.
Yeah. He was a big dude. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, what did they call him?
I don't know.
Some like, dang, bro. Like something to do with like a revolver or something. Like a handgun or something like that.
I don't know.
Like, not cannon, but something like that. That's all I had for college football. If there's anything Cameron wants to butt in, that's cool with me.
No, that's all. I'm good.
All right, man, we're going to move over to the NFL. What you guys have all been waiting for. We're going to save the best for last.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with how terrible Kirk Cousins is on ESPN.
On Primetime. That man.
That's why people think he
so-
sucks.
it
'Cause
makes-
that's the only time they see him.
But he does suck because it's so hard for. He doesn't suck, but this is the thing. You hype up Kirk Cousins, and you don't watch any of his games, but you just see his stats, and you're like, oh, this guy's a Pro Bowler. And then you watch his game, and he throws 4 picks and 1 touchdown and gets destroyed by the Eagles at home. Like, it's so hard to root for this guy after that.
It's rough,
he
man.
makes it so hard.
It's rough to have his back
Yeah.
after a game like that.
It's like Carson Wentz, same thing. He'll like go on this tangent and you'll defend
Kirk Cousins
him.
is way better than Carson Wentz.
I don't know about that.
He is.
No, I don't know about that.
I'm a big.
I would say
I
they're
love
right
Carson
next to
Wentz.
each other.
I love Carson Wentz. He's had 2 good seasons ever. One was forever ago, and at least like, I don't. He's not better. I mean, Carson Wentz isn't even the best player in his division.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. But it's Kirk Cousins. He's not even close.
He's number 2. Aaron Rodgers than him.
Yeah, but that division has the worst quarterbacks ever.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Besides Aaron Rodgers is Justin Fields and
The Lions. Jared Goff.
yeah, that's a trash division of quarterbacks.
Jared Goff is
It
comparable
could be
to Carson Wentz.
nah.
If Carson Wentz was on the Lions, they'd have
Who would you
very
rather
similar
have?
stats. I don't know. It's hard to tell. That's what I'm saying because neither of them have played like. At least the Colts were supposed to be a like Super Bowl contender. That's another thing, bro. That's another thing. That this helps your point. But Carson Wentz was one game away. I mean, he had a terrible last game of the season to not push them in the playoffs. Like, you choked. But besides that, he had a really good year, and they won a lot of games. And then they think they upgrade to Matt Ryan because of the relationship with them, and they are trash.
Yeah, they are.
They're bad. So that helps your point. But Matt Ryan's also 50. He's old. I know he doesn't feel old.
To go with Carson
He doesn't
Wentz?
feel old because they literally had a bad relationship. The front office of Carson Wentz.
That Carson Wentz rubs a lot of people the wrong way for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't want to say something that's not true. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Here's a shout out Nate Sanderson, but I really wanted to talk about this. But do you think is there a way that Derrick Henry and the Titans turn the season around, or should they adopt Nate Sanderson's philosophy, #tank for Bryce, and just forget about it, get rid of Ryan Tannehill, and try to draft Bryce Young?
I kind of like Nate's idea because I think, listen, Derrick Henry, he could be out of his prime.
Yeah.
Because their running backs lifespan is so short, and if he doesn't get hurt and has that 3-year stretch of 2,000 yards, he's a top 3 running back ever. Maybe you can make an argument he was the best ever.
Yeah.
But anyways,
it's sad, bro. It really makes me sad.
I feel like they could turn it around and just be like a 9-7 team, 8 or 9-8 team. Yeah. So do you really want that and maybe make the playoffs and then get waxed because you're in the AFC? You're not winning anything. Or do you want to, tank for Bryce?
Or for whoever, bro.
But that's not going to happen, though.
You might not get Bryce, obviously. But this is a QB-rich draft. Like,
what?
You're going to want to be at the top.
Oh, with Stroud and Bryce?
Stroud, Bryce. Let's look at the list, but they've been talking about this draft for a while now.
If Bryce Young wins the Titans, that'd be sick. That'd be awesome. But they have too good of a coach, and they're gonna figure it out. They're not gonna just tank. That's not gonna happen. They have too much pride in their team.
Oh dang, bro! Is this last year, 2022?
I'll tell you what, though, the first overall pick's gonna be Will Anderson, most likely, and it's like a team.
You think?
Yeah. The first overall pick's gonna be Will Anderson. You just
because it's the Jets, and you think they'll keep Zach Wilson or something?
Maybe. I mean, it's going to be Will Anderson unless a team desperately needs a quarterback.
Bryce Young's 5'11".
Yeah, he's short.
Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, the Kentucky QB. A lot of people like that guy too.
Yeah, he's big.
KJ Jefferson, Jaron Hall. I've heard a lot about this BYU QB. I don't know if he's good. He just lost to Oregon.
They always have good QBs, it seems like.
Yeah.
BYU. 20.
Michael Penix Jr. I don't know him.
Michael Penix Jr.?
Penix with an X. He plays for Washington.
I swear.
I know. Tyler Van Dyke, who people love, and he's not gonna be good in the NFL. I know he's projectable. I know he's big.
KJ Jefferson.
I know he makes throws. I don't understand in that LSU game why they don't trust him to win the game. He's projected to be a 1 through 3rd round pick. He's supposed to be one of the best QBs in the draft, and he's number 7. That's what I'm saying. He's projected 1 through 3rd round. He's the 7th rated QB. So it's supposed to be a pretty good draft for QBs. But anyway, besides all that, and then you don't trust him to win the game, and then of course LSU wins. I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, A&M, not LSU. Anyway, let's do top 3 teams after week 2. What is your top 3 teams in the NFL?
After week 2? I have my list. Hold on. I did top.
Or you did 5, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do mine. If that's cool.
All right.
Or you can go.
Well, go ahead, because my phone's whack.
What's it doing?
It just does random stuff. I dropped it, and then now the screen's messed up. It doesn't ever crack anymore.
Why do you drop stuff? What is that at the bottom? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. It just it's just black spots. It's so weird. But anyway, my top 5 teams are, this is no particular order, but.
Oh, do it in order. If you had to guess.
Okay, all right. I would go 1. I would go 5. Yeah. All right, top 5 teams in the NFL after week 2. I would go number 1, Bills. Number 2, Chiefs. Number 3, Bucks. Number 4, Ravens. And number 5, Chargers.
Wow, bro.
I
no
think-
Eagles, no Dolphins.
I think the Ravens game was a fluke, and the
And
Ravens
Chargers.
are better.
You have 2 one-loss teams.
They were
in there.
up 35-14 and
It's by
blew
week.
it.
It's by week.
I know, but they were. That's a fluke game. They were up 35-14 and blew it. I think the Ravens are freaking solid.
I get the Chargers.
No, I think the Ravens are freaking
You put
solid.
2 one-loss teams in your top 5.
If the Ravens and Dolphins played again, the Ravens are winning that game 7 out of 10 times. That's all I know.
All right. I'm going to go 1, Bills, obviously. 2, Chiefs. And I don't love putting them at 2, but their offense is amazing. You have to.
You have to.
3, Eagles. 4, Buccaneers. 5, Dolphins.
Gosh. You put the Eagles over the
Okay,
Bucks.
let me redo my list because he's literally talking in the middle of it. Yeah, so did literally all 3 lists I saw on ESPN yesterday. I put the Eagles as the best team in the NFC.
So dumb.
1, Bills. It's by week, bro. You're getting caught up in it's not a power ranking.
Everybody heard you. You don't have to repeat your list.
Number 1. No, because if I edit it later, you're gonna literally be talking in the middle of it. Number 1, Bills. 2, Chiefs. Bro, just tell me you're like,
All right, go ahead.
because you freaking retarded, dude. 1, Bills. 2, Chiefs. 3, Eagles. 4, Buccaneers. 5, Dolphins. It's my top 5.
Trash list.
They're all undefeated.
Okay, but how are you going to put the Eagles over the Bucks after the Bucks just whooped them last year in the playoffs? And the Eagles have played 2 games.
They're not the same team as last year.
The Eagles
They're not
have
even
played
close.
2 games,
The
and
Buccaneers-
everybody's overreacting.
The Buccaneers will lose 6 games this year.
Oh, my gosh. No shot. No shot they
Their
lose
offense
6 games.
does not look good.
They have the best defense, and they have 3 amazing
Yeah, their
receivers.
defense looks good.
They have they have the best defense probably, and they have Mike Evans, Julio Jones, and Chris Godwin with Tom Brady.
Julio Jones had
They ain't
0
losing
receptions
6.
last
Okay,
week.
they still won.
Goose egg.
They still won. They still won.
He had
Handily.
180 yards.
They still won.
Who'd they
handily.
play?
The Saints, who has
Oh,
a
yeah.
great defense.
They
They scored 19. That's not. I mean,
they scored 19 and they got 3 interceptions. They had great field position
All I
the
know,
whole game.
All I know is Tom Brady and those receivers and that defense ain't losing 6 games.
I don't know, bro. I don't see the Buccaneers. They're not last year's Buccaneers, and last year's Buccaneers couldn't even.
Why are they not
got-
last year's Buccaneers? They
How-
they
what
replaced Antonio Brown with Julio Jones. How are they not the same as
Hey,
last year?
first of all-
You're saying Tom Brady's diminished?
From what I've seen, their offense is not nearly as good, and not only from what I've seen,
and they
if you
have a
look at-
bunch of injuries.
If you look at just their overall power ranking,
Their offensive line is injured
like
right now.
proficiency, yeah, their offensive line's terrible too.
And they're injured. So wait till they get healthy. They'll be even better.
They're starting with the ball in like the 40
There's
every
no
single
shot the
possession.
Eagles are better than the Bucks. That's so dumb.
They are this
People
week.
overreact over
In week
2
2.
games.
They are. In week 2.
Okay.
In week 3, who knows? In week 2,
I wish you
they're
just
better.
kept the same attitude for college football. Because when I said after the Kentucky-Florida Kentucky-Florida game, you were like, "Oh, you gotta wait till the end of the season to judge." I couldn't
No,
just
no,
say
no,
after
no,
a
no.
week.
Wasn't saying anything about the rankings. No, let me
you
finish.
said rankings don't matter. That's
I
what you
wasn't
said.
saying anything about one being better. You were saying they were competing to see who could win against Georgia. I was saying that makes no sense because they haven't played Georgia. You're basing it off of that game. That's where
That
we
is a game
disagree.
that you base it off of. I said they're competing for the team to compete with Georgia and maybe be in the SEC championship.
Why can't both compete
That's
with
what I
Georgia?
said. That's what I said.
Why couldn't they both compete with Georgia?
Bro, come on, son. That's not happening. They're not
So
going to lose any of
so
these
because
teams.
Kentucky
They're
beat
separated.
Florida, their game with Georgia will now be better than Florida's game with Georgia. That doesn't make sense.
I'm saying that they have a chance to win the SEC East.
Bro, that makes no sense, bro.
Whatever, dude.
Everybody has a chance. It's week 3.
Okay.
Everybody's
That's just dumb.
played
That's
one or
dumb.
2 SEC games.
That's dumb.
Bama's SEC openers this week. It's going to be a good game.
Against Vandy? Oh, okay.
It's just a joke. All right, we saved the best for last, guys, in the NFL.
Yeah, I already know what it is.
All right, before the season even started, you guys know my stance on Tua. I thought he was going to come out and have a good year. It's the first time that his front office and his coaches have actually been there to see him succeed, calling plays to help him succeed, putting personnel around him. He has the most threats, the most weapons in the NFL. I think he's going to have a good year, and I don't think it's necessarily only because of his threats, but also because of his accuracy and his play calling. I think that he has 2 really good receivers. Obviously, you saw with over 190 yards each. 11 and 9 receptions, a touchdown each.
2 touchdowns with Tyreek.
I think it was 2 touchdowns.
Which you said last night you would take Jalen Waddle over him.
No, I was saying that's not what I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just finish?
Yeah.
Anyway, those two guys are really, really good yards after catch. And then, when he gets close to the red zone, he has Jasicki or whatever, however you say his name. And you saw him extend plays in the red zone. The two that you saw in week 2 remind me a lot of the two that you saw at Alabama. I think it's the first time he's been able to be himself on the Dolphins field. Is these last 2 weeks, and they won both. And they scored 28 in the fourth quarter to beat the Baltimore Ravens, a very good team who Cameron put in his top 5. So if anything, that shows you how good that Tua really is. I do think that Tua is not – I'm not saying Tua is a top 5 QB by any means. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he's a guy that could win a playoff game. That is my stance. He is a guy that can win you a playoff game, especially on the Dolphins and especially with this team. I think that to win a playoff game, though, at this point in the NFL, with how good QBs are, you probably have to be a top 15 QB. And I do think Tua is. He's an upper half QB. He's not par or subpar. So that's my argument.
Okay, well, I agree that he's a top 15 QB. I'm talking about the people who are saying that he's going to be an MVP. That's not going to happen. He's not that guy.
He could win. He could end up with MVP caliber stats.
I don't think so.
But a lot of that is contributed to being able to throw to 2 different wide receivers for 200 yards apiece.
I just think that, especially watching him and Lamar Jackson, it just looks like Lamar's on such a different planet physically than Tua. Like, it just looks like Tua still has trouble moving around. He underthrows guys. Like Lamar will be running out of a pocket and just flick it 30 yards. If you see Tua doing that, he has to use every bit of his strength just to get it 30 yards down the field. I mean, that's going to be a problem with 2 vertical threats with Waddle and Tyreek. When defenses actually start figuring the Dolphins out and being able to stay in front of them too. Because both of those steep throws, he was 20 yards behind the defense. Anybody can make that throw. I can make that throw. And he still underthrew it. And the defense almost caught up to Tyreek. No. So I think once people are actually covering him and people are actually on him, when they just play two safeties deep, then he's gonna have a ton of trouble.
Then what they're gonna do is they're gonna throw up the middle and let Tyreek have yards after catch, which is what they did in the game that I watched. Not only that, but Tua threw into 2 tight windows on game-winning drives, including, but not limited to, the touchdown in the end zone to Jalen Waddle with the guy in his face, and he threw it to the only place that Jalen Waddle could get the ball. It was a dot.
I know he had the best game of his career. I just think people are overreacting.
And no defense almost caught up to him. No one was even close.
With the top 15,
he threw up deuces both times. That's how you know. With the
top 15, no. Well, the guy actually almost came up to him on the end zone on that play because he underthrew him pretty good. But anyways,
he threw it to him.
Okay, maybe he can win a playoff game. There's been worse QBs to win a playoff game, or maybe. And he probably is a top 15 QB. I'm talking about the people who think he's going to be this guy and win MVP and stuff. No, he is not that guy. He has, like you said, the most weapons in the NFL.
Right.
So coaching staff behind him. So maybe he can win a playoff game. But is that what you want as the Dolphins? No, you're trying to win championships with the personnel you have. Can he win you a Super Bowl? No shot. He can win you a Super Bowl. He maybe can win you a playoff game. He's not going to get you any farther than that. That's my argument.
I just don't agree. I think that
you think the Dolphins can win the Super Bowl?
I think the Dolphins can.
No shot. No shot they win the AFC. That is ridiculous to say that they can win the AFC.
I don't know.
You think that they can beat the Bills or the Chiefs in the playoffs? I
need to watch this play through.
Oh my gosh.
The Bills.
Well, I thought we were acting after 2 games.
The Bills probably not.
Probably.
There's not one team that I could put against the Bills right now and be like, oh yeah,
the Chiefs have
Chiefs defense right now has been under top 20
The Bills ain't stopping the Chiefs offense. Every single time they played, the Chiefs dropped 45 on them.
The Bills have the second best defense in the NFL proficiency wise. They got Von Miller this offseason. Von Miller is he's literally a player coach. He changed the defense in literally 2 weeks. That was an insane addition for them. I can't believe the Rams let him go. Bobby Wagner was a good signing, I guess. Bobby Wagner is a great player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not Von Miller. That was an insane signing by them. Their defense has gotten insanely better this year. That's another reason I think they'll win. Proficiency-wise, they're ranked number 2 overall in the NFL. and they're number 1 in offense. So like
Chiefs defense is not some pushover though.
their proficiency is number 21, I think, in the NFL. They're just not the same.
They get stops. They do get stops, and they do play well in the playoffs. They always play well in the playoffs. They don't have a great defense during the regular season, but they always turn up in the playoffs.
I'm just saying that with the defense that I've seen, and obviously the Bills' offense will drop 40 on you. They will. That Bills defense looks nasty. That Bills defense at the end of the year could be considered the best, and their offense could too. That's what's insane about this Bills team. And yeah, so I don't think the Dolphins could beat them. No, but I don't really. There's not one team that I'd be like, that's a coin flip.
Okay, sure. Yeah, they're going to be the favorite in any game.
Not just the favorite. It's a 75% chance.
No, not against the Chiefs, bro. If the Chiefs are at home, the Chiefs might even be favored against that.
The Chiefs won't be at home, though.
That's why getting home field for Bills. Oh, I'm just saying. But if the Bills need to get home field because they face Kansas City at Kansas City, I'm going with the Chiefs all day, every day. I'm so tired of the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been to 4 straight AFC championships. They beat the Bills last year. And I get that the Bills have added some people, but that
the Bills got better than the Chiefs went down.
I gotta see them beat the Chiefs. I gotta see it to believe it. I'm not just gonna sit here and just throw the Chiefs and every other AFC down the drain and just put the Bills on this pedestal. I'm not gonna do it. I need to see it to believe it.
Pick them to win the Super Bowl.
And people are starting to say, I know, but I just need to see it though. I need to see it,
dude.
I'm so tired.
You saw literally. I know that they lost last year. They lost because of the NFL's retarded overtime rules. Not only that, but most people agree. Watching that game, they looked like the better team, and they've gotten better, a lot better.
You know what? I'm revoking my Super Bowl pick.
I'm sure you are.
I'm putting the Chiefs in there. I'm putting the Chiefs. I think it's still gonna be Chiefs and Bills. I think the Chiefs will be at home because they'll have a better record. And I saw this morning on ESPN, will the Bills go undefeated? Heck no, they're not going undefeated. You can stop that right there. They're losing to the Chiefs this regular season, then they're losing to the Chiefs in the playoffs when Kansas City's at home. Don't sleep on Kansas City. They've been to 4 straight AFC championships, and they beat the Bills every time.
What is the constant theme of the Chiefs losing in the playoffs?
They beat themselves.
No.
They beat themselves against the Patriots on the pre-snap penalty.
What is the constant theme?
I don't know.
That Patrick Mahomes is pressured every snap. And the only defenses that can do it are top 3 defenses in the NFL, and the Bills will have one. They're going to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying that he's going to make a ton of mistakes and throw picks, but he's not going to be able to be God.
That's a good point. If he does get pressure like Tampa Bay did in the Super Bowl, then that's trouble. But I just think
you almost said the full sentence, but you just missed one word.
No, I just said that's a good point.
Bro,
good point, bro.
Okay.
That's dumb. But anyways, yeah, I and people saying Josh Allen's the best player in the NFL. Nope, it's Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen has not proved that he's the best player by any means. Patrick Mahomes is that dude. Patrick Mahomes has a Super Bowl ring. Patrick Mahomes just beat him in the playoffs. I just think people jump the gun too early on this stuff, and I'm not sleeping on Patrick Mahomes because I think he is the GOAT. I think he will end up being the GOAT. I think we're watching the greatest of all time with our eyes.
Yeah, bro, that's... Dang, bro, that's such a hot take. I'm ready to watch it, but
he has the best start. How is that such a hot take? I don't understand because he's had the first 4 years.
That's a high mountain to climb.
I know, but he has the first 4 years of him starting are the best starting 4 years ever. It's not even close. He's won 4 since he's been a starter.
So Luka Doncic,
4 straight AFC.
Luka Doncic has one of the best, if not the best, statistically start of your career. So I guess he's probably going to be the GOAT.
No, I mean that's dumb. I'm saying that he is. I'm just saying he's on
better
pace.
than LeBron.
I'm saying he's on.
How? Luka?
They're almost the same, and LeBron actually.
LeBron has more in all 3 categories,
and LeBron went to the finals
in a much easier Eastern Conference.
How is that a much easier Eastern Conference
than the West that Luka's in?
That was a weak West last year. That was a weak West last year. A weak West.
Every team is good in the NBA. You know how much harder it is for Luka to get to the finals.
LeBron dropped 20. LeBron had the worst.
And then what did LeBron do when he got there?
The worst finals team ever and beat the Detroit Pistons. That had that crazy run in the East. That's who he beat. That nasty Detroit Pistons team.
One of the most overrated
and dropped 30
ever.
Straight points to close Game 5. Luka's not
that
dude yet. He got swept by the Spurs.
What year was that LeBron did that?
07.
No, what year of his career?
4. Year 4.
5.
Year 4. He was 22 years old. I can promise. I bet you $1 million. Year
What's
4.
Luka?
He's 22 years old and he took that team to the finals. That's ridiculous.
That team
Luka has not
was still better than the
no
Mavericks.
shot. No shot. It was.
You don't believe
Jalen
that? They had 2
Brunson-
All-Stars besides LeBron. They had 2
No,
All-Stars.
Mo
They
Williams
had
wasn't
3
on that
guys.
team yet.
They had 3
Mo
guys that
Williams
shot
wasn't on that team
45%
yet.
from 3.
Mo
They
Williams
had
was not.
3.
No. There's no shot they did.
They had Mo Williams.
They did not have Mo Williams.
They had
in that
3 guys.
Team. They didn't have Mo Williams on the team. They had Eric Snow.
They had
They
3
had
other
Eric
All-Stars
Snow.
besides LeBron. 2.
No, they did not have
Yes.
3 other All-Stars.
Yes, they did.
You are ridiculous. You are ridiculous. You're absolutely insane. Let's look at the roster. Can you name?
Larry Hughes. That's another one.
Larry Hughes was
He shot
nothing.
45%.
Larry Hughes was a Harrison Barnes. That's who Larry Hughes was.
And where did Harrison
Did
Barnes
they have
go?
any other All-Star on the team? Maybe a Adrunas Ilgauskas, who was a borderline guy that might have averaged 18 and 10. That team was straight garbage, and he brought them to the finals.
They won 65
Jalen
games.
Brunson was
They won 65 games.
because in that year, no, they did not. They had 50 wins.
No.
Yes, they did. You want to look it up
Yes.
right now? You're so stupid. I destroy you in NBA. Anything historically, I destroy you. They had maybe 50 wins that year. They were probably 50 and 32. They won 60 games the last 2 years LeBron was there. They won 66 and 60 games. What was their record?
What year was it?
45 and
That was
30.
the wrong
Oh,
year.
okay.
I don't know how to find it.
2007-08. No, 07-08 Eastern Conference standings. There's no shot they won more than 60 games.
This is their roster. How do you find their record? Oh. 07-08 was 45-37.
Oh.
I think it was 06-07 though.
Oh,
There's no
no.
way. Because if it was 07-08, then LeBron wasn't 22.
It's 07-08.
Then he wasn't 22.
He started at 18. His 4th year, he was 22.
Then this
How
wasn't
do
his
you
4th
not-
year. If it was 08.
It's
How does he get drafted in 03
so
and then go in 08?
His first season was 03, 04, 04, 05, 05, 06. 06? No, it was his first year. No, his first year was 04, 05.
Oh, nope. Not true. You got drafted in the summer, played in the fall.
So, yeah, it was his 5th year.
Yeah.
But he was 22. He was
And then the
22.
next year they won 66 and 16.
Okay, but they went.
That wasn't a bad
He took a
team.
45 and 37 team and went to the finals and beat the Pistons and dropped 30 straight points on them.
I'm not saying he's not
To end the
good.
game.
I'm saying
I'm saying that you
statistically-
thought they won 60 plus games and their team
I'm
was
saying
garbage.
statistically.
You said that this started when you said that Mavericks team was not as good as the Cleveland team.
No, this
you
started-
are wrong.
no, this-
and you said they had 3
even-
other All Stars. You are completely wrong with
How
all
good is
of
the
it.
Mavs? Spencer Dinwiddie? That's it.
Jalen Brunson was better than anybody else on that Cavs team.
He wasn't even an all-star.
They didn't have any other All Stars on that team besides LeBron
Oh,
either.
You know, first of all, yes, they did.
Who was it?
First of
Who
all,
was
yes,
it?
they
Who
did.
was it? Tell
I
me.
just looked it up.
Larry Hughes, he was not an all-star. He was a freaking Harrison Barnes. He was a decent small forward. He was a starter.
Bro, to say that team sucks, bro,
It's regarded as the worst finals team, and it's not even a question.
That's fine. If the
They
Mavs had went to the
suck.
finals last year, they would have made that conversation.
Yeah, they would have made the conversation, maybe.
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm
they're
saying.
not. But Jalen Brunson was better than
You
any
know how
other.
this actually started? Now that you want to be whatever?
I just know that one team-
You want to know how this actually started? You want to know?
How?
By me saying that if you want to throw stats in the 4th year into hand, that Luka will end up on the Mount Rushmore of basketball players because statistically his first 4 years are incredible.
Does he have a ring yet? Nope. Does Patrick Mahomes have a ring? Yes. And he went to 4 straight AFC
So did Tom
championship
Brady
games.
his first season.
He was a
starting, you
game
know that-
manager. He was a game manager. Patrick
Bro,
Mahomes
that's
threw
such a
50
terrible
touchdowns his
argument.
first year as a starter
He's a game
and won
manager.
MVP. Look at his stats. He was a
All they
game
did was-
manager.
everyone ran the ball when he was at QB. Everyone. They passed. I bet he has 150 less pass attempts than
Did he have
Patrick
50
Mahomes.
touchdowns his first year as a starter?
Because he
I don't
passed the
think
ball
so.
half as
I don't
much.
think so.
He passed the ball half as much, bro. That's a terrible
No,
argument.
Patrick Mahomes had the best 4 starting years at quarterback has ever had in the history of football. How does he not? Tell me how he doesn't. Tell me how I'm wrong. Now, who had a better 4 years? Starting
I'm not
4
saying
years.
he doesn't. But I'm saying if you want to
So he's on pace to be the
carry
GOAT.
that same logic into other areas. That's
Okay,
what that's what
LeBron
I'm
had
saying.
probably the bro.
My phone thinks I'm freaking trying to Google stuff. That's all I'm saying is you have to carry that same argument into other areas of life. You can't just use it here.
I'm saying he's on pace to be.
Giannis will be the greatest ever.
He did not have the best 7 years.
No, but his last 4. His
I'm
last
talking
5.
about a starting QB. His first 4 years as a starter are the best 4 years anybody's ever had. So it's not out of the realm for me to say he's the GOAT. That's all I'm
I'm not saying it's out. I'm saying it's a
Well, you were saying like I was crazy for me to say
you're
that.
acting like it's gonna like it's a 50-50 chance. That's what I'm saying.
I think it is.
That's what
I think he's the talent of Aaron Rodgers, but has 4 Super Bowls. Is he the GOAT? Yes. If Aaron Rodgers had 4 Super Bowls, people would say Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT over Tom Brady because of
if
his
Aaron
talent.
Rodgers played for the Chiefs right now, he would have. If Aaron Rodgers played and was drafted at the time Patrick Mahomes was by the Chiefs, he would have.
He would have 4.
So in that case,
he's lost 4 NFC championship games. He's lost 4 NFC championship games. Sorry. You're out of it.
His first 4 seasons.
Hey, if you look at his playoff
his first
stats, they're
5
mediocre.
seasons, he never threw less than 4,000 yards. Actually, he threw one.
Look at his
3,922.
playoff stats, though. Look at his playoff stats. They're mediocre. They're average.
Dude, so you're saying he's better now. So he's already better than Aaron Rodgers.
He's 11-10 in the
maybe-
playoffs. As
No.
their playoff career, Patrick Mahomes has a better playoff career
I'm
already.
saying if you switch the two, then the Chiefs team probably has very similar. They still go to that same Super Bowl.
That's such
They
a
still win
hypothetical.
that-
I'm not playing hypotheticals. I'm not doing that.
You are.
I'm talking
You're
about
playing
facts.
hypothetically for the next 10
I'm
years.
talking about facts.
He'll end up being better than Tom Brady.
I'm talking about facts. Right now is what I'm looking at, and he has the best 4 years the starter's ever had. The best starting 4 years a quarterback has ever had. That's all I'm looking at. His playoff career is already better than Aaron Rodgers. It's already better. Aaron Rodgers is 11-10 in the playoffs,
Bro, I just said.
and it's just been failure after failure.
If there's any sport where you can't take the two teams, it's football. You cannot compare the two teams. I'm comparing QB to QB.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes is clutcher and better than Aaron Rodgers was, or is currently. Whatever you want, whatever you like to slice it.
Bro, I mean, through 50 his first year, he hasn't thrown it anywhere close since.
Oh, he was 37-13 last year.
That's the closest he's gotten.
Yeah, that's a great year.
26-5 the next year.
Tom Brady's thrown 50 touchdowns once, and it was because he had the most stacked team ever and had Randy Moss. One time he threw 50 touchdowns, and Patrick Mahomes did it his first year starting.
Yeah, he might never do it again.
Doubt it.
He might never do it
Probably
again.
do it this year.
At the rate he's going, he will.
He literally doesn't have Tyreek Hill now, and their offense looks like they haven't lost a step.
Bro,
it's ridiculous.
You realize I'm only arguing this because you're at such an extreme. I'm in the middle of this. I think it's very possible. You're in the
You
extreme.
are not on the very possible train.
I think it's possible he could end up with an insane career that would put him in a GOAT conversation. You think it's a 50-50 chance. That is no one
And very
ever.
possible is better than 50-50 chance. What are you saying?
No, that he could be in a conversation? No. That's
Well,
not.
it's always going to be a conversation. Some dude has 7 Super Bowls. It's always going to be a conversation. I'm
No,
just saying there's going to be people saying he's a GOAT at the end of his
It's
career.
very possible. Out of every QB in the NFL, he's the most likely. 100%. 120%. He's the most likely to end up in that
So I'm
conversation.
right.
You think it's a 50-50 chance. That is insane. Because he could get hurt tomorrow and never play another game. It's just insane to make that type of
I really think
judgment
that.
on somebody. And then the other thing, dang it, bro. You made me lose my train of thought when you be doing this crap, bro.
Oh my gosh, it's my fault.
No, it's my fault, but
Alright,
I
I was
just
gonna
can't
say.
remember.
All right, let's just move on to MCU.
Dang, bro, I had a good point.
Well, bad point, bro.
I had a good point, bro, and I can't.
I just can't believe you try to out NBA me with all these stats. Saying they had 60 wins that year, 45-37.
I've heard you say that. That's why I said
They
it.
had 60 wins in the last 2 years. He was on the Cavs. They didn't.
Oh,
even
I've
make the
heard you
finals.
say it. So that's why I said it.
Oh. Well, then I would have said it.
regardless,
again.
I beat you in the NFL today. I just want you to
No
know.
shot.
You literally had to say good point, bro. And you didn't have an argument for anything.
All right, let's go to. I may have said good point, bro, but my good point, bro, clip was so much better than yours.
And then
Because you never said good point, bro. I told you to say it. You never have said it. You said it once, but I told you to say it that one time. When I was talking about.
I said it without you telling me.
All right, well
Before.
let's go to MC.
I guess I gotta make a clip of it for you to believe me. All right, we're going into the MCU now, guys. We're gonna wrap things up here.
All right, let me take this. Let me go first on this.
I wonder if we have something similar here.
Okay,
Did you
so
already
we
read mine?
ranking them from 5 to 1.
Yeah, 5. Okay, so
So
we're
5
ranking.
being the
We're,
least
we're
worst.
ranking our we're ranking our top 5 worst MCU movies, and we're ranking them in order from 5 to 1. 5 being the best of the worst, and 1 being the worst of the worst. If that makes sense.
All right. So start from 5.
Yeah, starting from 5.
So 5, I would go. All right, so top 5 worst MCU movies. Number 5, I would go probably Iron Man 2. Number 4 worst, I would go Incredible Hulk. Number 3 worst, I'm going Black Widow. Can't stand it. Number 2 worst, I'm going The Dark World. And the worst movie ever in the MCU. Can we say it on 3? Because we both know what it is.
I put it as 1 probably, but go ahead.
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
All right, what you got? What do you think about Black Widow being in there?
It's not bad. The audience scores on that are pretty bad.
I hate the CGI is so brutal.
It was too little too late, guys.
Yeah.
It was 10 years late. Top 5 worst MCU movies. I think number 5 will shock some people. I think number 5 might shock you as well. But number 5 worst, I put Doctor Strange's Multiverse at 5. 4, The Incredible Hulk. 3, Thor: The Dark World. 2, Captain Marvel. 1, Eternals. I did put it at 2.
Oh, why did I put Eternals in there? There's just been some doozies.
Yeah, Eternals is 1. Eternals is the worst MCU
I would
movie
take
ever.
Iron Man 2 out because that is entertaining at least, and put.
Iron Man 2 didn't even cross my mind.
Incredible Hulk is trash, but it's entertaining. So I that's why I put over. I hated Black Widow. The CGI was awful. The Taskmaster was awful. I didn't really understand what was going on. I just didn't think it was good at all. And of course,
it was basically
Captain
just
Marvel,
introducing your
speak
sister.
about.
That's all it was.
Yeah, it was just introducing her for the show.
Yeah, for the sister.
Yeah, but yeah, I do like. I can't put Multiverse of Madness in there. Like, there's so many other worse ones. I didn't really necessarily.
I just
like it,
really didn't like it.
I'll
never
I didn't
watch it
necessarily
again.
like it, but I think, dude, that's crazy to put in the bottom 5.
I think it ruined Doctor Strange for me.
What?
Doctor Strange 1 is so good, bro, and it just takes all that away. I feel like.
Some people don't like that one too. It's
I
crazy,
like it.
just all the different opinions.
Yeah.
Some people really that was rough. Some people your voice crack.
Your voice crack?
No, yours. You went but
Whoa.
but
It's like Allie when she's going poop.
all right, what are we doing right
You know
now?
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When our dog goes to poop and she's like makes weird noises every time. Yeah.
All right, but Multiverse of Madness at number 5. That's rough. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
I don't feel like arguing anymore.
But you don't think you think that Black Widow's better than Multiverse of Madness? Like, really think about that for a second. You're telling me if you had to sit down and watch one
I'm pretty
again,
sure Multiverse of Madness is like top 5 worst rated.
it has some good scenes in it though. Black Widow sucks. Like I don't.
That's the thing is, Marvel has come to a point where they can't make good movies anymore, and they have to throw in fan service to make you like it.
Yeah.
It's so annoying, bro.
Yeah, like No Way Home.
Like before it was let's introduce a character for the very first time. You have to learn who he is. You have somewhat of an idea because you read a Captain America comic. But here's his introduction without any prior knowledge. Amazing. Iron Man, good. Like the only bad one I can think of really is Thor.
I don't think it's bad.
It's not. It's just Captain Marvel obviously, but
Thor wasn't bad. Thor
that's-
slept on a little bit.
I'm talking about like phase 1 and 2.
Out of all the introduction, yeah, his is worse.
Yeah.
Out of Iron Man and Captain America, yeah, it's close. Because some people really don't like the first Avenger.
Some people
it,
don't
but-
like. Yeah, I was about to say some people don't
So,
like the first
some people would
Avenger.
have Thor over that, but that's like kind of a coin flip. But yeah, I would go Captain America is better. But
Yeah. All right, man. We're 48 minutes in. Thank you for joining us. Please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed today's episode. Episode number 15. So to be in the top 1% of podcasts ever, all we have to do is make it to 20. So 5 left, and then we're going to quit. Got to go it on top. All right. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the number 1 podcast in the world. Instagram is Good Point Bro. TikTok is Good Point Bro. Again, we appreciate all the love on TikTok lately. Hopefully it continues and we'll get another one. Yeah, if you're on here, we appreciate you if you made it this far. So with that being said, we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
See ya.